Howdy you all. It's time to play Girls Frontline 2. Howdy Nuclear Boss. Howdy Daddy Jordan. Yeah, I'm not sure when they're gonna add that character if they are. Like, they just revealed, what was it? The ARs are coming to the game. So, which is really interesting. So yeah, probably be a while unless that'd be a while. They're making it more like a, normal gacha game, I guess. My day is going swell. As good as it can be. I just ordered the wrong thing. So I have to return it and reorder the thing again. The correct thing. So yeah. Other than that, let me start up the game. Game has an event I want to do. And a character I want to roll for. So yeah.
GIRLS FRONTLINE 2 EXILIUM.
Oh, happy birthday, Daddy Jordan. Ah, nice. I've watched that a bit ago. I probably need to rewatch it because I was like doing something while watching it, but yeah. Was that a really interesting movie? So yeah. I haven't even done my dailies, or weeklies, or everything. Click. But yeah. There, my camera still blocks part of my screen. For better or for worse. Oh, the whole movie's about robots, right? Even though it has like the classic older feel to it, I guess. I need to do like some of these more of these missions. I have this, but I don't really use it. Probably should. Or at least doing something else that's more active. Okay. You gotta check back to Girls Frontline. Claim all seed. This usually fills up. My dailies. I think, what if I missed something? I'm just trying to do the advance. I have no clue what's most of this stuff. I want to check what's that. It's like a two-parter event. As this too. I admit to get through. I hope this event is voiced. Also, I did restart my computer the first time. Like an hour or two. So, even the place farthest from the sun, the daylight does not fade so easily. It is voiced. I also need to, what's the easiest way? Yeah, I need to increase the, let me close out the game and increase the, sound. I think I turned the sound down. Even though this is like loud. I think I had like at 30 or something. Yeah. More like it. Dun dun dun. Doesn't still feel like on the quieter side. Commander. I so wish there was English. I am consumed by the nightmares of the past. How do you say her name? Lena? It's transmission that brings the latest tidings. Memories of terror buried away by she who toys with the destinies with a wave of her hand. The sandbox tells another tale. The Elmo presents Elmo. I say Elmo all the time. Elmo, Elmo proceeds at the fullest speed across the wilderness or route that fed into it and interminably. It's the afternoon, the time when the sun is strongest for but a moment. The daylight from side strikes my eyes in a moment of splendor. A most familiar name comes to mind, one that has left my lips in quite some time. 416 Klukai. How do you say her name? Klukai. Something. Name in Mekichi, sheltered from the collapsed storm and the remains of a building. Gravel endlessly pelts their ends as it propelled by a raging storm. A frail woman melts out and settlings Reach, ready to burst into a million tiny blades any second. Mekshi leans against a broken wall far away from the window, looking at the ceiling. Collapse storm outside with a frict, he dies. Oh, that's her name.
なんなのここ。コーラプスストームの予兆とかなかったのに。
What kind of accursed place is this? A collapse storm just rocked out of nowhere without any notice.
アンドリスとビー
She felt like a sleepyhead.
臨時拠点にこもってるだけで先見調査もやらなくていいんだから。
It would be nice to be Andreas or Balka right now, lounging around the temporary base instead of having to do some preliminary survey.
レッドエリアの近くで気象予報を知りたがるあんたの方が。
If you're expecting weather forecasts this close to a red zone, and then I'm afraid you'll slowly be disappointed.
はいはい。
Yeah, whatever you say. Cute face. Right. Gail rushes over the building, bringing with a variety of swept up debris and grabs Mekshi's attention.
今の何？木箱が飛んでいったように見えたけど。
Oh, what was that? It just flew by. Looked like it wouldn't create if my eyes weren't deceiving me.
やっぱり。
Thank goodness our motorbike could fit in here, where all the equipment I painstakingly brought would have been gone flying away.
私は逆に吹き飛ばされてほしいけどね。
I regret allowing you to bring all that trash along.
分かってないな。
You just don't get it.
今まで調査した集落の
Appearing to the equipment we found in the new settlements we investigated, eyebrows worthy of being a fair family heirloom. Backpack. Probably glances at the backpack strapped to the motorbike.
それこそ集落の子供
So much that even those kids back there would be envious.
パラデウスのことを尋ねに行かせたのに。
We were tasked with investigating Paramedeus, and you went to mess with the children instead.
まあそんな子
Hey, don't give me that scary look.
聞き込みは
And
ちゃんとしたよ。
trick my duties or anything. I just didn't get any answers.
あそこの集落の人
Not a single person that is there
レイトみ
seen any dolls resembling
たいことないんだって
a toe, much less heard anything about the whole Prometheus deal.
リバンの言ってたまだ
Are they really still active like Vive said?
それが分かればこんな任務に就く必要もなかったでしょ
Do you think we'll be on this mission if somebody could? Hey, Gray, how are you? Do you think we'll still be on this mission if somebody simply just answered that question?
聞いてみただけなのに
Hey, I'm just asking.
にしてもパラデウスの
Come to think of it,
全滅したって話だったの
weren't all the Prometheus remains cleaned up? Do you think they showed up again? Don't they ever get tired?
そんなに仕事熱心なら404に来てほしいよ
If they like that gig so much, why didn't they just get them to come back to work at 404, shooting at people the same no matter who they work for? I'm doing good. Like I mentioned earlier, I ordered something and it ended up not being what I wanted. So I had to go return it tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I get for not like reading the description of what I'm buying. Like I looked at the image and it's like, oh, that's what I want. But it was only part of the whole entire thing I wanted. So no wonder it cost like half the value of the whole entire thing. So yeah. Makes it worse that I didn't really think about it until like today, and the store itself is closed, so I was going to close at like 12. So Oh, jeez. I can't imagine. I returned Amazon package and got a refund, even though I forgot to add I forgot to put like the remote and a few other things into the package. So yeah. The storm shows no signs of letting up. Mekshi scratches her head in frustrations and lies down. I still don't know how to say her name. It's like cool. Yeah. Mekshi's grays looking outside briefly before returning her attention to Mekshi. So yeah. Yep, what happens to staying alert while on the job? I still find that kind of interesting mag setup. Oh, that's interesting. I was wondering, I've seen a lot of people like send back magic cards and stuff, but they did like a really good job reselling them. And somebody opens up to find out all the rare cards are like missing. So yeah. Yeah, what happened to staying alert while on the job? She approaches a Mekshi and tugs at her jacket. Talair refuses to get up and only changes her position easily. Oh, come on, don't. Come on, can't one lay down a bit when there's the opportunity? There's still plenty to be busy over later on, isn't there? So, yeah, I heard like a lot of stuff. Like they don't sometimes they don't even resell the return packages. They just put them in a pallet to resell the pallet itself. So yeah. Anything related to a Prometheus is never easy, and we'll get unlucky, like super unlucky. I thought that Levy was thinking when she accepted this arduous, ungrateful assignment. It'll be more profitable for us all to lay around the base and do nothing. I'm surprised they don't have her gun on her back. She lets go of Mekshi and looks at her helplessly. What she was thinking doesn't matter, a job is a job. Not like I'm slacking off or anything, I don't see the storm stopping anytime soon. And we exactly can't do anything other than hide from it in here. I think you're way too anxious about all of this anyway. We haven't ran into a single bounty hunter or Jagar this whole time, much less Prometheus. If it weren't for the ELIDs, this place would have ever been a safe and secure. No. That's exactly what's suspicious. We should use this time to plan our future operations. I have a feeling we'll run into some difficult circumstances this operation. She suddenly looks around all the consuming storm outside. Frequent co-op storms and radiation levels notably above average. The environment here is slightly worse than what Levy intel would suggest, and so chill out. Z's. Ah, a video. They really went full out for this event. Kick.
少しくらい寝かせてよ。どうせ他にやれることないんだしさ。この暴力女離せ。うわー、誰が投げろって言ったのさ。あれこれって大投げとねえクルカイ見てよこれ。そんなの分かってる。それより周りを見なさい。
Those things are pretty big.
何これ。
They're surrounded.
叩いてないで戦闘準備。続けて。
Oh, she actually has a model. Watch out. I think that, aren't they like level 15 or something? I forgot to check the level. Wow, where did so many of them come from? Stop shouting and clear out the enemies at the 10 o'clock direction. I think I should, well. Yeah, they're level 15.
バチバチバチ。
Let's use her. Should be fine. Otto should clean this up nicely.
あいつ射撃中。
The XCOM style combat.
横たわれば楽器、立てれば兵器。横たわれば楽器、立てれば兵器。私の新発明、味わってみて。私が終わらせる。横たわれば楽器、立てれば兵器。
Tapping on their feet.
今よ。みんなのために。ソングンバンマの勢いよく入っておれ。
Killed.
楽器、立てれば兵器。
I thought her gun was a sniper rifle. Or is it like an AR with a scope? I don't know what a G11 is actually. Okay, isn't her a weapon a G11? Ah, wrong browser. It is a regular rifle, machine rifle. I know, I'll do it. I'll do it even if you don't tell me. She and McChee defeated the incoming enemies and split up to survey their surroundings. I thought I could leave a big gaping hole for the collapse storm to like dish in. No clear indication of affiliation on this one either. The only serial numbers or serial number here seems to have been inscribed back when the saying various area was active. I think that's how you say it.
そっちはどう？
Anything on your side, Mickey? Mickey's listless voice comes to the comm.
こっちも似たようなもん。
More of the same, though they're all a little different from the
違うよね。
same base machines we encountered before.
ええ。ところ
Yeah, some of
改
them
造された形跡もある。
modules have traces of modification.
まあよくあることだけど。
Nothing out of the ordinary, though.
今時はどこの P
Almost any PNC you found,
改造して
or almost any BMC you can find has a ton of these laying around. Would be strange to make no modifications at all. Yeah.
通信機越しだからって。
Don't you think I
ちょうだい。
know you're slacking out just because you're using comms? Fine, fine. Mickey perks up a little on the other side of the line.
機体の他に何
Any discoveries other than the machinery? How should I put it? Looks like somebody used this place as an outpost not long ago.
ここに人がいたっぽい。バルブに
Some of these valves have signs of recently being used, and there's also some scattered cables and cords on the ground. They must have left in a hurry.
誰なんだろ
Who could it have been?
う。大方ここへ避難しに来た。
Some passing bounty hunters or varjars hiding from the storm, perhaps?
ってことはさっき襲っ
So the machines that attacked us just then would be theirs.
こんな生き袋がのさばる
Difficult to imagine anybody leaving their combat bots behind in an area with such yellow ID present. That would be a tremendous mount to suicide.
いいわ。先に戻って
I'll contact the base.
には
Get back here.
するから。
Yawn.
と休める。
Break time finally. Mickey looks as if she'd been released from a great burden as she ends the call.
昔みたいに私に感謝するといいわ。
Everybody's max level. She and Mickey continues to shelter from the storm within the room building, but she attempts to contact the temporary barrier while Mickey rests in the corner. The persistent no signal notification dashes her hopes of contacting the outside world. Can't contact the base and the other person, and frustration rises as she thinks of them. In truth, she's glad she sent a message before she sent off. A habit she keeps to those past few years before leaving for a dangerous assignment.
嵐の中は電波が悪すぎ
The
る。
signal's absolutely terrible with the storm going on.
まだアンドリスたちと連絡
Still can't contact
だからみんなで行こうって
Andorras and
グル
Belky.
が先見調査だなんて言い出すから
I did say we should have just left together, but you insisted on the preliminary survey.
一緒に動いて
Even together, get ambushed together, and then get stuck here together.
待ってた方がいいっていうの臨時拠点のソファーが
But I miss the sofa at the base. Those two must be lounging on those babies right now, don't you think?
座って休憩してんだろうな彼女たちだって楽をしてるわけじゃないわ
They don't have it nearly as easy as you imagine.
デールがアンドリスのために組んだプログラムと
The next external equipment and programs they're prepared for Andreas is still in the testing phase, and her presence at the base is necessary for the trial runs.
しないで
Yours isn't seeing how slacking off is your highest priority. She rolls over and ignores the disapproval in her eyes. Yet finding things are still not quite comfortable, she lazily slashes over to the motorbike.
いいじゃんサボったって
What's wrong with slacking off? It's not
ソファーはないけど
not quite a sofa, but I brought
あ
this.
るもんね
Where was it?
どこに置いたっけ
Produces a travel sleeping kit from her backpack.
戦いは進歩しない割に
Probably improved
充実する
in combat abilities, but has made it leaps and bounds in the field of sleeping.
でしょでしょ
Just impressive, right? I handpicked it together with
くれたんだよ
Android and Belka.
快適さとコスパは
State of the art in both comfortable and the value for money. It must have for any battlefield environment.
普段はこういう風に
Easiest store when unflattened, and when you need it, you can simply go like this. She smugly presses a button, and soon enough the neck pillow and its cushions are filled with air.
快適お手軽あなた
Exceptional, convenient, every travel's best friend.
広告の歌い文句だよ試してみる
That's how the ad puts it. Wanna try?
そうね
Giving me shit for your response. She aims her gun and fires in the pillow's direction without hesitation. Wah! Bullet zips past the pillow into Mishy's hand, and from behind it comes a Sharon cry of ELID eating lead.
仲良くおねんねし
Forget about the pillow if you don't want to sleep with the ELIDs. Pick up your weapon. Not a fight scene. Shoot. Next time, would you mind warning us before you start shooting?
どいて
Cut the chatter and focus on the battlefield. Or else you'll stay here to keep the EID's company. Let's start. Auto for the win.
はいちゃん射撃中全軍バンバンの勢いよくごめんね
Maybe I should like pick.
味わってみて
That's interesting, but I pick like different units to clear faster, I guess.
終わらせる みんなのために
Oh, that killed them all. She and Milchi. What is that? ELIDs without further incident, save for the playable Bellow's commemorable sacrifice. And she clutches it down and fondles with the damaged pillow on the ground. Sorrow written all over her face.
完全に壊れちゃってる
Oh, there's no repairing this level of damage.
クルカイ
Klukai.
わざとでしょ
Klukai. That shot was on purpose, wasn't it? Paying no attention to Mixi's pitiful cries, Klukai casts her gaze outside to find the veil of gravel and sand clearing up.
コラプスストームが弱まった
The collapsed storm is shrinking. She pulls up her comm stream as she speaks, and sure enough, the signal has been restored. Klukai dials in a series of commands already committed to muscle memory and an image of the calls reception room students appears. He says it's a long time no see. What gun is she supposed to be originally, unless she's like a new character? I'm not really sure. Like, she seems recognizable, but I don't remember. There's like a lot of Girls Frontline characters, so it's probably pretty hard. I would say like a Russian gun, but I'm not sure. Or European. It's only been a half a day at most, 5 hours to be exact. Behind Andreas, behind Belki, Klukai. Immediately begins her inquiries. Andreas, we finished with the data collection. Yes, using levers intel as a foundation, I've acquired a series of in-depth reports from the underground brokers active in there, as well as the BRIEF's database. Unfortunately, nothing about Premiere was found other than that. What is it? In terms of environmental data, there was some pretty significant disparities with the labor provides. The environment commission has been gradually deteriorating, especially in the past 6 to 12 months. Why I say 7? And the collapse variation is far more intense than the other areas close to the red zone. As brief indicates, many bounty hunters have gone missing after entering this area. As a result, their intel is always out of date. Currently, the engineers department from the URNC purification project is likely much the same in terms of information. Yeah, our field survey results line up with that. It should also be noted that Michi and I were assaulted by a force of unknown affiliation. And no affiliation, where you hurt the big sis. What do you think? No, I'm not down your bellies, big sis. I was just wondering about Michi's dragging you down and down that unreliable, so yeah. Just like that. Yeah. I am unreliable. Dejected overtakes McCheesing. How you say it? Countess. Confidence. Remains of her pillow clenched between her arms. Yeah, Belkoma was worried about the leader Klukai. Don't waste your time as much on such meaningless concerns. You cannot conclude that this attack to be a targeted action against the 404, but the chances are this time will be far more difficult than described. Andreas, send me what you have gathered. Yes, later. Also, the data transfer, she pulls up an area of the surroundings and selects a settlement. See these garments, get ready and meet us there later. The reception here is poor. Tell Dare to find a way to maintain the comms. Very well, Dare is still adjusting the external equipment, so I'll tell him when he's free. Make sure to be careful, you two. The good-for-nothing self-fixation on that damaged pillow. Inflatable pillow. She gazes at the still chest-fallen Michi with a mixture of exasperation and concern in her eye. She did make very sure to prepare it for the trip after all. Whatever. Do not spell make sure that wanton experiences in the future, especially you, Andros. Of course, I'll keep in mind next time. Andros nods with a gentle smile on her face. I somehow doubt you're really scrutinizing that. Let's leave it at that. Don't tarry and depart while the weather remains calm. Yeah, I can't wait to see Big Sis. I think the first time I ever seen her in this, because I don't use her that often. Come on, Big Sis is waiting for us. Her base looks pretty nifty. That TL in there, and then G36. I'm assuming this is the HK. Howdy Skeletor, how are you? I want to say that both of these are HKs, but I can be wrong. Actually, taps should be attempting to hurry up Andreas's file transfer. Don't be in such a rush. And they go over again, recording a record the population change segments with the past 10 years. Yellow IDs in nearby areas and the Belgium sighting reports not to mention. Andreas, if you have all that local source page, you wouldn't need to transfer all the data in there. Nice. Those Monster Hunter Wilds is a grindy game, right? So yeah. We're install a signal booster for you. Actually, your connection shouldn't cough if everything works as intended. If you need something, just transfer it over the network. Hey, I just can't help but be worried since Lear Klukai mentions the signal instability. It's the yellow zone after all. Some instability can't be helped, especially with the frequent collapse storm. There's no need to be so uneasy. I wish I could agree, but their Kukul's encounter with the unknown enemies make me worried. Indeed, that is an issue, right, Andres? Are you bringing that this time? That? You mean the newly adjusted external equipment? Yes, the firepower algorithm to go with it. The adjustments are almost complete. It's time to enter the combat testing phase. Both accuracy and firepower should significantly improve with the equipment, but since it's a prototype, its power efficiency and runtime both leave something to be desired. Remember to borrow the external battery for Mickey's frame. On top of that, the equipment's still unwieldy, though it can still fit in the Jeep's trunk just barely. You have to bring the trailer for the motorbike too, right? Place the other supplies there, I'm sure you can find some room. Will do. I'll just have to leave that to Deer. Give me a moment, I'll load it. Go load it. Deer returns to the control panel and begins a series of operations. Right, speaking of Michi, bring a new travel kit for her. spoiling her. Can you help me get something from the depot? Why for her? They was talking about the future expensive. Here is money we have already spent. Well, Andrews must be taking some bad habits from that dork. I'll go fetch the goods, hurry up, you lot. Alright. You too, dear. Of course. Oh yes, of course. Indra is the person I sent to run checks on your vehicle is finished. When this transfer is done, we'll be ready to go. Ah, they're all going. Indra is towards the meeting area with Belka. The vehicle leaps across the yellow zone with Indra at the wheel. She's humming a tune with a relaxed expression. Andrews, I want to see big sis, but not as much. Could you like slow down a bit? Is this really fast? As she speaks, the Jeep flies off the incline, holds on a handrail for dear life. You're always a slowpoke, but how come you drive like a wild animal? So we're in the yellow zone after all. The roads are much simpler than the white zone or satellite says. Even I can drive without an issue. There's nobody to hit, usually. Like this. She's balancing slams the accelerator as the Jeep flies through a small ELID in its way. Well, what relaxing drive this is. Is that so? Don't tell me they got flat. The vehicle sensors and then the skull brakes, pads, and the tire sound out in unison. A series of bullet holes appear in the vehicle's original path, sending great clouds of dust and sand. Belkia and Andorus take advantage of the vehicle spinning moment quickly, opens the door and tumbles behind some natural cover nearby. Careful, incoming. Raiders. I thought they were raiders, but they're robots or PMCs or something. Easy peasy. Kills them both. Nope. According to the combat records you sent over, the modifications made to these images are quite similar to the machines that attacked us before. And this place as desolate as this, we can be more or less confirmed they are the same affiliation. Your Coca. Things can't be explained by a mere coincidence anymore. These organized attacks.
でもどうして私
But why are they coming after us? Is Primarity has deployed these machines? You can't be sure as of yet. Or these machines aren't only attacking 404 did. And there's a data indicate that many barriers have gone missing in this area in the past month.
つまり
You're saying those weren't incidents caused by the environment? That's just a guess. But you guys should just be careful. We go static. Wave static washes over communications and cause projected violently shakes a few times and then disappears entirely, calms are down again. This is Indira's attempts to restore the connection, but her efforts are for naught.
どうしたんだろう
What happened? The reception was perfectly fine just now.
体調の方で何か
Looks like something happened to the leader's side. Maybe the collapse storm picking up again.
強まったのかもえお姉
Could
ちゃん
be in danger, won't be.
どうしよ
What should we do?
うとりあえず今は
As of now, it would be more prudent to proceed to the original plan.
遠隔で通信
Please contact her and let's see if we can do anything about the signal
聞いてみてもらえる
problem remotely.
わかったすぐ
Got
連
it.
絡する
I'll talk to him immediately.
想定通りの勝利です本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられた
Seeing I'm impatient, I'm going to roll now. Dun 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 dun. Let's stay out of 10. See my gotcha luck, I have no gotcha luck. I'm not gonna get like the double or triple I've been seeing on X lately. Ah. Ah, yeah, there's a bit of the action every once in a while, right? Ah.
参戦じゃ指揮官もだいぶ成長したようじゃな
Dun, dun. I know I ends up closing it. I can't believe you can just close it, do it like that. A shotgun I don't really use. Actually, 2 shotguns. Dun dun. No gotcha luck. No gotcha luck.
に何か手伝えることはある？
Ah. Oh. You got your luck. Here you come. I think it's golden. I can feel it. No, it's not. This does have a bias to us. Increased drop of that gun. Ah. You got your luck. Heck yeah. Yeah. Deleted all. Badass. Yeah. I just need to over. Ah. Well, luck I only got one of her. Which is good. I'll roll once for a gun. I won't get it, so I'm not that lucky taking them back to back. Yeah. I like a purple version of her gun at least. Oh. Once again, I'm only missing one character. Yeah, if I can level her. Oh, that's the axe. I don't have enough. Why do you do this, bot? I do not need whatever you are selling, Twitch bot. So yeah. I don't think any of these are, stuff she likes using. Different gun I can switch to. They're all being used. I'm just gonna roll for a gun. A few more times. To see my luck. That also needs like more guns. Variety. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. Covers what I needed. Attack boost. Wait down the effect on each time across the then increase damage by 2%. Like I really want to get it, but it's not worth the resources. As I want to like have all the characters anyway. Gun scope I probably won't normally use. Yeah, it's an X. What's in here? And go back to the main story. Or event story. Endurance? If you can hear me, please respond. I repeat, if you can hear me. Can't wait to after the signal's absolutely gone again. The work provided on ground versus trash. If you rent for a few days, the rate several times worse than monthly rate. Insurance is several times worse than yearly rate. And this is the quality we get. Get paid to do nothing. Seems like a very efficient business. And that sounds nice. And she stretches with a deep sigh with her face full of envy. This time over, I think we need to go and have a talk about the rates. You're like very scared right now. Oh, here comes the opportunity to let off some steam. Those machines are here again. Hearing them than before. How annoying. So you sit here and come right, get down here and fight. Do we need to get rid of all of them? The numbers aren't really in our favor. Pick off the fastest units and those with the long-range capabilities, then look for opportunity to retreat. Do not overextend before we rendezvous with Belka and Andres. It sounds even more troublesome. Clear the evac route. This is sludge. Yeah, of course. Stick to the plan and focus on taking down high-speed, long-range areas first. Proceed to the evacuation zone. I remember I thought I used her in combat. Ah, nice, welcome back. Did you enjoy the movie? Yeah, I was impatient, I had to roll her. Wait. She's really strong, it feels like. She's already like halfway across the map. Or across the map already, my other units are even closer. Yeah. Yeah, the movie is pretty good. It's, I don't remember if it did not do well in theaters, and then critics of the movie, like, bashed it, I guess. But they also did spend a lot of money on making the movie, too, so there's that. I'm still downloading it. It's a very big game, isn't it? So. The Preservatory post is significantly deviate from our original route. She checks her terminal and once again finds that only a short-range communications are available. Long-range comms are still down. The storm is still going and there's no reception, and we're still unable to pinpoint our location in real time. Are you saying we're lost? I knew that anything about Prometheus would be a recipe for disaster. In any case, the signal quality this time has been Artorias. Is that it?
前にイエローエリアで
There's never been this bad during the cast or on the previous Yellow Zone missions. She diligently monitors the surrounding environment and makes you think that makes you decides to fall asleep. Creak, creak, thud, thud. Sound of mechanical units advancing. She makes a hard signal gesture for Michi to dive into level 2. They sound like antique cars that haven't been oiled in centuries. They're approaching our location from the north. Aren't they the same batch as those who attacked us earlier? Well, only a few of them. And they seem really weak. Don't let your guard down. What? But they look so trashy. Creek sound reminiscences unit. Very short distance away. Such an old model. It looks like so run down. It's a miracle that I can still move. Most likely be look above it. Is that flying drone? And it seems to have a fire control core installed and to it on it. That's impressive. But it's also really weird why two machines with this performance operating together. Why not ask them the same? Why not ask yourself the same question? Is that really consenting eyes? Don't want to be looked down on to prove your worth. She looks towards the broken wall to the right of Michi and suggesting that she could use as cover to sneak up on the reconnaissance unit. We need to search accessoration. That's not even the word. Who they are, just in case. If there are enemies, it would be good to know their number. Sigh. And she perks up with the sigh, reluctantly moving towards the cover. The scouting units are approaching as she moves. There doesn't seem to be any unit other than just those two. Hey, could they be broken? Why have they not noticed us after being so close? Remain alert and stay where you are. Wait for them to get closer. Don't reveal yourself without a good reason. Okay. And she props up against the cover using the sound and environment to track the enemy's movement. Creak, creak. The joints on the ground make creak rhythmically. Wow. It's like an elderly doing a morning exercise. Gosh. Gosh. Let's see. I don't remember what to compare it to. It wasn't like an amazing plotline story-wise. It was like entertaining enough to say. Though, I would say like the beginning plot technology aspects were interesting. So, yeah. It wasn't like a bad movie, but I don't know how much they spent on it. I think they spent a lot of money on it, so. They probably overspent expecting it to do well. So, but it's doing very well on on Netflix. So, whoa, it's like I just did that. The ground mix stopped abruptly as soon as if its power has been cut. Huh? The sound stop could it have broken down? Hey, stop! What? She is too late. The who tries to shift herself for a better view. She conveniently exposes herself to the ground mix center. Beep, beep, beep. Warning lights on the ground mix flashes resonance, being a ear-piercing alarm. The same thing UAV launches an attack. The abandoned container that she was using as cover just a second ago is railed with bullets. What the hell? And she dodges the attack and diverts to another source of color. Meanwhile, she takes the opportunity to break the drone wings with a 3-round burst, while the ground mech simply keeps blaring its sirens. And the moving groups of armed humans and mechs appear at the northwest side of the building, ring fire on them. Can you say there was no more enemies? My radar isn't working. I'm not a dedicated scout though, so my detection reason isn't supposed to be this long. So that who knows, they would stay silent and wait for their bait. It's like that, yeah. Are you deliberately exposing yourself to give the enemy a target? Who would have thought they were out fishing? Who exactly are these people anyway? I don't know why I put her back in there. All dead. Okay, I was hoping them all to be dead, but they're not. Look like a different faction. They have more reinforcements. Understood. Hold the line and don't let them approach us. After downing another drone, she zips back into cover after confirming Michi's combat session status. She issues an order. Michi, cease fire. Am I hearing that right? Quickly. Just admit she rolled over to some nearby car and puts her gun away in disbelief. A booming male voice comes through a loudspeaker from behind cover on the opposite side. This is the 3762 platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Containment Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I am the First Sergeant Dimitri, and I suggest you to cease fire immediately. That is very long. I repeat, this is the 3762 2nd Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental purification project under the URMT Containment Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I am Sergeant Dimitri, and I suggest you cease fire immediately. Nothing much. I actually rolled earlier and got the character, and then you missed me saying this whole entire name twice, probably for a third time. After confirming that Mitchie had better get away, turns her voice amplification device on as well. Acknowledge. We have an issued an order to cease attacking. Upon hearing Klui's response, and the opposing party immediately ceases to confirm, but both sides remain ready to resume hostilities. Say your reason for attacking, and we'll judge whether or not you're considered to have deliberately attacked a regular army force. We have no intention of letting an attack on your force. Yeah. The purple light means it's only a 4-star-ish was appeared in the roll, but the door opens and it's gold. That means that a 5-star showed up. So yeah. We can explain our actions. As a gesture of good faith, we'll meet at the center of the battlefield in 10 minutes. We will not carry any weapons. Alright. Make sure you keep your word. Voice full sergeant, make sure you retreat to the front. Gazing down the other side of the battlefield with the visible concern, the armed forces are regrouping after the combat. How come it's that RURNC's people? This is real bad. That big guy sounded really angry. Wouldn't they be angry if you shoot at them? So, I'll negotiate them with them in the bed sailor and cover me. Which comes to shove, I might need to activate Plan B. Plan B. Wait, you're not going to press the switch here, right? There'll be no other trouble if you actually tags neither R, U, R, and C. We can cover whether they friend or foe at the moment, so it's necessary to limit ours by strengthening our guard. Still, I'll try my best to avoid combat. Okay. I hope that's just a misunderstanding. Dealing with them is a lot of trouble. Bong bong. Come from. Let's see. Can I click anything for the store? Not anything really big. Things she come along and unarmed, the platoon leader sits out a displeased grunt from behind his protective suit. What's the point of sending a doll over? Tell your cowardly owner to come out and talk. Voice recognition tells her that this is Dimitri, who she had talked with earlier. Hide 404 is an anonymous armed doll squad currently assigned assisting the non-military force administration in investigating illegal PMCs in the Yellow Zone. She intentionally modifies the part about Prometheus in accordance with K-Line's instructions. 404. What's that? I've never heard of it. It's 404 though, you'll never. It's not found. The non-military force administrator hired you guys too? although he's still suspicious of hearing the non-military force administrators being mentioned makes him relax a bit. We are subnoxiously dulls, so it's natural that you haven't heard of us. And we have some business to discuss. Business, of course. When she looks at the radiation detector, she starts reading and with the safety limits. He then puts the protective hood up. Then he pulls the protective hood off his head, revealing his face of a middle-aged man with an angular jawline. Years of the battlefield and years of desert wing have left their scars on his face. What kind of protective suit is this? This junk is choking me. Curses quietly with a grimace that looks at her with unburling disgust in his eyes. You claim to be working under the NOMFA, so how come you didn't know the rules of engagement? She first asks questions later, this is what they have taught you. Yeah, any GM shoot first ask questions later. We were previously attacked by mechs of unknown origin, and your scouting unit appeared without the usual identifying signal of the UNRC survey curve. We simply opened fire in self-defense. You better start using your tin brain before you speak. We encountered no unknown mechs on our way here. It's up to you whether to believe me or not. The fact that you haven't encountered them doesn't mean they don't exist. Besides, it was your drone that started shooting. We were just responding to a second attack. That drone runs in auto mode, do you? Drones runs in auto mode, do you? Right, how could I forget you're just like the drone, just another clinker that runs on algorithm that only can do as that you're told. He's going to get smacked. Seeing the opposing side is trying to provoke her instead of making progress. Information exchange. She raises an eyebrow and remains quiet. However, Dimitri doesn't seem to mind how he can just ask questions in a condescending manner. From what you said, you will report to our superiors later and request an investigation. For safety reasons, we need to know the contents of your mission and the formation size. This occasion are subject to a non-closing agreement signed with the non-military forces missions, so please show me a proof of your clearance level. As for our numbers, only $2 have been assigned in combat by your force just now. 2? Dimitri is shocked by the contrast between firefights they witnessed and 404's real number. After receiving a stare from the mission, then promptly shot possible. That level firefighter just came from a group numbering at least 10. 404 is squad only meant for technical goals. Our combat capabilities and battles are different from what you used to during your duties at the Great Wall Railway. How do you know we're from the Great Wall Railway? Yeah, pretty good again. A messy combat mech composition hazard modifications and old equipment. Those were looted for bomb rares, underground breaker, or bounty hunters, were they? The few pieces of elite equipment you have bearing the extent of the Great Wall Railway, and perhaps there were no time to switch the signals from the environmental survey corp. I'm guessing you're all temps in your role. Using his self-expression, she inserts a additional remark. Right, how could I forget? The ones guarding the Great Railway are basically regular armed forces that consist of a bunch of old mechs most of the time. Watch your mouth. What does a blasted machine like you know? The machine raises again, but she simply stares at him coldly without moving a muscle. I explained everything. Isn't it time for this to end? Hold up. As just as she turns away to leave, the marshal shouts for her to stop. The soldiers raise their guns and aim at her. This is going to end well, right? I can see it. What? They also look like they have AKs. At least 2 of them, and then I can't see what gun this person's holding. But he has like a radio backpack, it looks like. And if you're really from a non-military, how do you plan to compensate for losing the losses we suffer? Warfare has lost assets too. Both sides are responsible for what happened today. Trying to renege on your debt? No. Then where's the money? We worked long and hard to gather all that equipment. Does the broken tin brain realize that you are responsible for serving for the construction of the internal Shoal Railroad? Not even the NOFMFA will back you up on this. Which means we are indebted to you. I don't think we owe any such debt to your force. Facing her unwavering attitude, takes out his communicator. If we can't sell it between us, then you have to wait for orders. If we can't sell this between us, then you will have to wait for orders from above. Before I can contact it, remember that even if we are attempts, we are considered part of the regular army. Do you think a doll like you will have taken as serious as us? And I have over 30 people ready to testify. Do you think you two can manage to win them over? You're able to contact the outside world right now? Hearing her question, Dimitri assumes that the opposing side is concerned this is a threat, but so he increases the pressure in his voice. Of course, once this message gets out, the situation gets a whole lot more serious. Deal, darling. I have to bring them over to the next settlement. We got no time to waste on the likes of you. We have no money for you. We can only assist you in combat for some time. This environment must be pretty hard on your forces after all. You've seen us in action just now. Dimitri does not expect this fight. He seizes or sizes up her. What are you up to? Nothing, it's just that we were set off. We were told not to unnecessarily agonize the local forces. Dimitri parts his communicator after a moment of consideration. Deal, but here's my warning. You better listen to my orders and not think of trying anything funny. The regional comms frequency is 110.32. Adjust your communicators accordingly. There's a lot of inference in this hello, so make sure you stay within maximum of 2 kilometers of our forces. I hope I don't have to hear too much crap from you. Don't worry about it. I could care less about you. Two crappy dolls want to, and on our internal regional communications, they need a password for that. After confirming that she is successfully connected to the comms frequency, she ignores the install and turns to leave. Goddamn machines. Once we get back, go tell the guys response to scale down scouting patrols by 30%, and have those two tin cans handle any danger we come across whenever possible. Are we really going to bring those two dolls along, Demi? What if they try something on us? I'll contact the warrant offer to confirm their identities. You guys should be careful too and keep your distance from them. No matter how you put it, having two dolls on our van car is beneficial for our mission. What if they do something to us? Their level of combat proficiency. You grow a spine for once. You think 30 old men plus Nicks aren't enough to deal with two of them, don't you? Didn't you see how the earlier battle went? Also, make sure that just means you're really good at forgetting that if I don't keep telling you. Sorry, I'm used to calling you differently, that's all. It's nice because we served the railway force for many years. You need to be addressing me more appropriately, otherwise the news guy thinks I'm biased again. I think that Dimitri's serious expression to soldier there. Lara Kirk's casual demeanor and salutes him. Understood, stir. That's more like it. You have to go back now. Tell everyone to continue forwards. Our target location, we've been delayed enough already, so we should go as far as we can before that sun sets. Wong. Mixed. First, we have to find preparators, and now we have to help the URNC's Siri Corps. More work just to keep coming like this. Klukai, 404 isn't lacking funds, isn't it? Why can't you just sell it by giving them some money? You'll be adding to the number of insufferable people in the world if you just give in to their unusual demands. Being free label for them has no benefit for us either. At least we won't be lost anymore. You mean that signal problem from earlier? From before. But they aren't going to the same settlement as the one we agreed on. Are you an infant who just learned how to walk? Can you only take one step at a time? Kuka sighs with concern. The collapsed storm has ended, but our signal is showing no signs of being restored yet. The Siri Corps are able to contact the outside world, so it's highly likely that the underground broker base station is broken, causing our signal interruption. So if you follow these people and reach this one, we'll be able to at least borrow the settlement's network to contact Andres and Belka. Get that now? Okay. But you know, children aren't not the only ones who walk around one step at a time. That implies the king in chess too, right? It's impressive. Yeah. America receives a common request from the Siri Corps following them. This is Hyde of 404 leader, technical god Klukai. What's up? First Sergeant Demir wants you to change direction of fiction and maintain the same speed and head in the 2 o'clock direction. That's to see the direction from the course of our target location and Klukai has more to say, but she's interrupted by angry Dimitri. But do you rest buckets even know? Change course when I tell you change course, don't forget what I said, listen to my orders. Slowly regretting this decision. Yes, of course. Klukai cuts the comms and starts to the correct direction, then common barrage of one hits the jaw, yawning Ichi right in the mouth. Coughs. What the hell? Changing course. Oh. It should adjust her posture so the wind doesn't blow in her face. The motorbike flies over the empty wilds like a release bow carving a clear path into the landscape. How can you sleep an hour? Wow. Oh, that was the vehicle, I forgot. The motorbike suddenly brakes. The sun ring me, she loses her balance and Huki catches her before she falls off. Huki connects to the server group's comms. A small group of ELIDs to the northwest, about 5 to 10 of them. Estimated time before contact with the main force is 5 minutes. Then wipe them out. Continue as for the triple mail, are you already broken? I hear a broken trumpet. It was you two until the listen to yours. We simply waiting for your command to accordance with our agreement. On hearing the mirror, or something under his breath, but it was too quiet for her to hear. There's a short moment he responds in an improved tone. I don't want to see any ELIDs remaining, that's all. Comes abruptly cut with the stiff expression of her parks the motorbike near a nearby boulder. Get down, time to work. Wow. Some bugs and stuff. Click on the support unit tile display. Oh, interesting. Display a little security turn. It shows the movement. I'm gonna refill my water. Be right back. This is the autos. Okay. The ELIDs have been eliminated and the main force arrives right after. And then Dimitri's orders the troops stop to collect samples from the ELIDs' corpses as part of their routine. People arrive early but chose not to help in the fight. This is the bravery of the URNC soldiers. If you need help against such a small group of ELEDs, you better go back to the green zone to work as window cleaners. Wow. How you keep the hunting in your back here now? There's something off about Kiku's and Mickey tugs on their clothes. Hey, he's not really wrong. There wasn't too many ELEDs. Of course, our surgeon chooses to save this rope all the time. Be it random ELEDs or velo jars, we never lose with him around. On hearing, gives the ministry a questioning look. Even in the other theaters of combat. What? You couldn't have gained this level of experience by discarding the Great Wall Railway. Or that some folks thought you were part of the retired formation of the Neo-Soviet Union. Ah yeah, it's a gas mask to protect them from radiation. Apparently he hates wearing it, so... I don't know why it said hood. It's a mask from earlier, but I think there's a mistranslation or something. Arguing on with questions like these. Don't poke your nose where it doesn't belong. You, come over here. The ministry glares at a soldier who had interjected just now. Feeling that the sergeant's displeasure, the soldier makes the wise decision to shut up and pack the samples in his collection and follow the ministry towards their trucks. He's finally off. I got you two to go at each other's throat again. The sergeant really seemed to hate us, even if it was just because of the misunderstanding. First, I don't see why he's still angry towards us. Be careful. Huh? We haven't met any of those mechs that attacked us ever since we've met these people. Don't you think it's weird? Maybe they gave up. We're with a large group for now, after all. You might be right. With the amount of caution in your range, you really should go back and wipe those windows in the green zone. Yeah, the bike, we have to move on. Locked and loaded. But yeah, masks are always nice, right? So, I mean, oh. Next one I viewed. Is that the wall? The rail wall? And I well equipped to the off-road vehicle quickly pulls away from the purification zone. The motionless doll in the vehicle accepts the comms request within the white zone. Some Abrams tanks. How's progress though? Work being done here is of great importance to them. Don't let them take down 6/10 did. Don't let them down like 6/10 did. Blues fail? That sounds French. I know, but looking at the reports from over there, the social seems to have changed. Seems pretty... Well, this is pretty, odd, but yeah. Oh. Two squads made of tactical have appeared on the outskirts of our missions Missionary, they're closing in. If it's just a bunch of details, why don't tell them just like always? We have intended to set our mix, but we underestimated their combat abilities. Also, one of the squads had met with a ground formation from the URNC Survey Corps. For some reason, they're working together now. In order to avoid alerting the URNC's government and causing unnecessary trouble, I've issued a retreat order for pursuing the mix. Howdy, howdy, crow. Says, yeah. How are you on this fine and dandy Sunday? Please tell me my next move. Send out a mix to wipe out the numerous signal-based stations. Once the area has begun signal dead zone, finish them all in one foul swoop. Got it. Seems like the normal thing that happens. Blue Spirit nods quietly and the orders are familiar to her. It's always been the case that once these orders are transmitted, one dead zone appears after another, becoming a graveyard in the contamination zone. Ah, nice. Finding something to watch is always can be difficult. Earlier I was trying to watch Netflix and it was not working, so I had to go to Amazon. I need to cancel my Amazon Prime account, but I started watching, I think it was The Boys, because I haven't watched that and I heard it was good, so might as well start that. By the way, as if intentionally emphasizing the moment, the doll on the other side of the cons makes a pause. According to the Internal Intelligence A, URNC department responsible for purification work had a second troops from the nearby Great Wall Railway force near the target area. The information you mentioned should be there. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice of not finding what you want, but nice for having it. I haven't really watched that type of stuff, so mostly just watch anime and then movies and TV series mostly. Like I just finished Intercontinental, I think. Is that Intercontinental or until? I don't remember. Is that some space movie? Space-time thing. So, do be sure to hurry up, okay? Finish your work before what happens here attracts attention. Acknowledged. Currently, Primaris has almost finished evacuating this area. What's left is to track down and recover it. Currently, moving forward towards the target area, the mission will be completed on time. It makes me feel at ease, Blue Spirit. It makes me want to care for you. Anyway, since you're working so hard, I'll arrange some reinforcements for you. They'll contact you once they reach the area. Got it. You're not even gonna thank me? Even though they're number few, they are gifts for Blue Spirit that have painstakingly prepared for you. You know. Blue Spirit shifts her gaze from the road to the comms interface for a moment. Her empty eyes betrayed no emotions nor fluctuations, as if she was a military drone only understands orders. Thanks, Cocoon. Eh? Come to the mirror. You're so boring. You only respond to orders. That look. That look. Fine. Go quickly. Don't make the higher-ups wait, okay? Acknowledge. Cocoons cuts the comms, blue sphere hits the gas, and the dark field blends into that night. Fight more enemies. Wow, this field looks familiar. There's things in that Elmo moves towards the long distance from its target. Over the years, whether darkness falls and the past comes rushing back to me uncontrollably. This is why I detest tonight the Mephisto agreement and the unending work of a bounty hunter isolates me best from the world's maelstrom, both in time and space. Despite the hard work and isolation, they are like a calming tranquilizer. They make friends with alcohol and puts me into a slumber. Yet the white nightmare does not fade. It also caught up with me, making it difficult to confront the choices I made in the past. A million self-reinsurances and rationalizations fall flat in the face of this. The contract with the devil has since changed. I will not run, but am I truly ready? Comms terminal interface shows a recent mission from Klukai, as well as a mission from before. One after another, the message repeats the same thing. Where are you? Where am I? I never answered this question in my head or to them. To say the truth, I was in struggle to fathom where am I in the world. What I know for sure is I don't want to drag 404 and their friends down the maelstrom with me. But it is a time for me to give them an answer, not in the form of a message. I want to convey my sincerity. All these years as I've tried to pull farther and farther away from the point of Aphelion, she has sought to be closer to me. The environmental survey corps had chosen a vandals to make camp. Soldiers get around a poker around the campfire, and the crowd making a song, anger and laughter every now and then. Give it up, Loriku. It's your last. Show us the can you've been hiding. What? If you want that, go find the logistics. That's what you with that load of bullshit. Bola. I saw your lover's lips use something before we left. You're definitely hiding something. You watch me closely for now. You watch me really closely for how I have. Claim the offers if you want. They accept the mission and trust in the hope of gaining some merit. They have made us. They make us set off without supplying us with enough resources and equipment. If it was for these soldiers taking the opportunity to scavenge something every now and then, there'll be no guess how badly we would be faring by now. Yeah. It's tiring enough to guard the railway, and now we have to do some kind of environmental survey for them. Why don't you pay and equip us with the standard of actual survey corps for starters? You would be mean. You think you can do something other than what the uppers tell you to do. The only thing you can do here is curse people's mothers. Hey, I think what you're doing here is inviting me to teach you a lesson. Lori slaps him hard on the back of the head and the two of them start roughhousing with each other. The onlookers start making it in and cheer them on. Comparing to the busters, so hired 4-4 is rather quiet. Or she is in sleep mode after being busy for the entire while. Kuno looks on the booming and joking soldier coldly. Durin narrows her gaze and returns it with his own unfriendliness on his face. Why are you looking at? I remove your eyes if you keep looking. Rebel. Say that again. Damien straightens up and puts his ball down. Corruption, gambling, extortion, hiding around. How are you all different from the common gangsta? You talk about how urgent this mission is, then this camp here, enjoying yourself boisterously. It's good enough that I don't call you a bunch of wage thieves. What do you tin cans know? Humans aren't on sleeping missions like you two. We need rest when it comes needed, but so that we can use our bodies and brains at the right moment. While speaking, Dimitri's gestured towards his temple, giving her a provocative look. But for you, cable for brain dolls, it's true that rest is unneeded. You guys just simply wait for your masters to come in and do them like good little puppies. I'll emphasize again that the 4-4 is elite squad consisting of self-managing dolls. We call the shots on our own. What a joke. Elite squad, eh? Look at the little one beside sleeping earlier than the rest of us. Here. Not helping her case at all. Just as when I wanted to make her remember her world sort of laying there, Wickley's feet. She seems to be thoughtfully enjoying her sleep. Yeah. That's not elite. Chills out of corridors and laughter. Get up. Benjamin shakes me awake. She shakes her head around in confusion. What do you want now? Patrol. And I pulled my shit out, leaving the squad with long strides. Behind them rings out the taunted soldiers with me and voice being the most prominent. No, that's more like it. Go and be good guard dogs, elite dolls. Elite the dolls for sure. Even though all of these are sleeping, why are we still working so hard? Not good. Get ready for battle and wipe them out. I can deploy these now. Kind of pointless in some ways, but it's nice to have. Especially seeing that they're basically killing. Killing them all anyway. kills like half of them with his ultimate. Or all of them.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられたはずなんですけど。
I think I'll pass halfway. The night passes by without trouble. After a couple hours of movement, the formation finally reaches the target settlement. Our support workers here, I request that you honor our deal and release the 4-4 from all blame. Help me send my regards to your non-military force administrator masters. Tell them that to educate their underlings better before laying them out. Mir waves his hand imperturbably before leaving with the soldiers. I reckon that Evie and Klukai must have been harassed a bunch at this point now. I think we are super nimtree dolls. Otherwise we got to be on the way to martial cart already. Even still part for handling things like this is part of her job. True enough. What do we do now? First, find the residents here and borrow their network. Oh, Belfry. I'm going to go find a place to sleep. I've been forced to wake up early even though having to stay up late last night. He makes you rubs her eyes and intends to slip away. Quickly grabs her with haste. Not the collar! You don't need two people borrow the bar now. Just go by yourself. Like to borrow we would like to borrow, but we lost signal for a couple of days now. The connections, even on plus there's been many collapsed stores where perhaps the base station hasn't been completely broken down after all. Does the soil not need to contact the outside world? People from the URNC Corp helped to do that because they need to carry out the survey in nearby. Some of them started camp here since half a month ago. So recently we've been using their communication course to contact the outside world when it was needed. Do you know where their camp is? It's near the southwest border of our settlement. That area is an old abandoned residential complex, so it's perfect for parking their vehicles and housing their wounded and the sick. Sick, you mean the ELID infected? Yeah. The scratchy middle-aged woman tugs at the coat. She wears her withering hand folds anxiously. The ELID eviction rates have gone up considerably in the past year. The symptoms became more severe and their prognosis much faster. I thought it was just my imagination. Kuka and Michi exchanged looks. Till I saw the URNC's survey group, quite a number of them were infected too. Should be that medical professionals that they have with them would have more skill than those of us who can't even be considered doctors, but it seems that they are too at their wits' end about these infections. They had no choice but to house some of them seriously ill people here. So what you're saying is they had a bunch of people leave them previously? Yeah, about 20 of them. Yeah, I've not seen them ever since the day I heard some of the bounty hunters that there've been an increase in the number of ELIDs roaming nearby. Even if they lived, they must have succumbed or became just like them now. If people from the army cannot make it, I don't know how much longer we can last. She bites her lip, unable to continue the topic. Oh, I need to take care of my kid. Thank you. The woman nods and closes the old worn door. The underground brokerage stations are really done for now because of their shoddy construction. Huh? What should we do now, Klukai? The rendezvous point is around 1 or 2 hours from here, so the place is not far off according to the static map. But it's so dangerous. What if we get attacked by those unknown mercs again? We have no signal and we would have to rely on the static map. We could easily get lost, you know. Michio grabs and rubs her hair as if experiencing a breakdown. Her tangled old hair threads as message her mentally exhausted neural cloud. Why don't we wait for the bounty hunters or underground broker convoy and go home with their help? If you can think just... if you think you could just... as fast you give up on... If you can just... as fast as you give up, 4-4 would have been in a much better position right now. Then it wouldn't be over if I give up thinking at light speed. Or speed of light. Our only issue now is having no signal. So since we have a signal and get the relevant access permission, everything will be solved. We're going to loop. So we're going in a loop now. No one has a signal here other than... Wait a minute. You can't think of asking the server cave for help or out. Klukai nods calmly. It's impossible if you think about it for a second. There'd be something even worse than Dimitri at their camp, perhaps a way tricker and stage boss. Humans has a saying where along the line money makes the devil turns millstones for you. 4-4 has not been lacking in money recently. You're saying that something on the lines of it not enabled certain people are giving in their unreasonable demands. Fine then, go. Fine, we'll go then. And then make it rise near the complex situated on the southwest side of the settlement. They see a transport escorted by military troops arrive and stop at a nearby field. Personnel in the protective suit removes supply boxes from the vehicle. And a commotion medic from the survey code comes out of the complex to meet with them. Isn't that a transport from the URNC? Looks like they're staying right over there. Let's go there and ask. Perhaps we don't even need to get the uppers before we get grant access permissions. As she speaks, Misha moves towards the transport, but it's dragged into a hiding spot. But it's dragged into a hiding spot by Klukai. Oh no, why are you getting it now? That's not a URNC's vehicle. It's not the common identity signal of the URNC. Also, sending many escorts to guard a supply transfer is a bit too much even for a dangerous environment like a yellow zone. Every dose of medicine could save a life. What would a doll like you know?
輸送車1台にこれだけの護衛はやりすぎよ。
Mishra's resonant voice rings out of the distant meters behind the door when they do. Next time you want to spy on something, make sure you're well hidden from the get-go. However, standing up from behind him during the game, Dimitri's gun is aimed at Go. Why are the two of you sneaking around and why are you planning? Give me a reason, and I'll ask my gun if it likes it. And instantly turns around by Julio and Michi is instantly surrounded by armed guards who have popped up from behind the wires. They're all aiming at the door. Gives Michi like they raise their hands to show that they have no intention to fight. We are here to find you. Huh? It stares at the two, but eventually lowers his weapon. However, he does not order his subordinates to stand down. What do you want with me? I don't want you to tell me, let her say it. The young man gives a rude shock upon hearing it with her mouth still open. She questioningly points herself, looking at her evasively. That's right, you. Seeing that Klukai gives her a number and scratches her head in resignation. It's like this. He explains the situation and then tells them about the request he can access their communications. I knew you wanted something else when the two of you offered to escort us. You dolls do have some brains after all. Is he complimenting here? Is he complimenting us? What a weird guy. We only wish to ask for the next one with our teammates and regroup with them. Why should we give the crap screw off back to where you came from? We will pay for your help. Your words carry such strength and confidence. Don't you think we'll give you a discount just because we're working for a non-military force administration? Dimitri lifts an eyebrow and switches to a cantankerous tone. Sure, that is signal is pretty weak. So even if you want to use the military line, we need to use a special signal booster. So for the fees to use their equipment and line maintenance fees, compensation for borrowing equipment, and hence causing us trouble, a deposit for lending equipment, and name your price. Makes a hand gesture. That's really shady of you, Uncle. Why don't you change careers and be an underground broker? Pay if you can, piss off if you can't. Deal. What? Sanji made a flash of surprise across the main feed as well. To me, it'll definitely be a private one, right? I mean, this is a dedicated link for the URNC's regular survey corps, so you better watch out what you say while using it. If we find that your content is suspicious, I'll revoke your access. Don't blame me. All me then. As we are, we don't have to rely on borrowed vehicles to transport supplies like you people. What would adults like you know? This is the reasonable allocation and uses of civilian resources. With so much trouble having all over the world now, we'll be skeletons eating sand if we all waited for the URNC's official vehicles. And those are decisions of the task press. What right do you have to criticize us? He does not look happy. You guys, send them what they need. Copy that. So we're behind Dimension that then starts working on the trade. Kluka's chimera care rings
受け取ったわ。
received. Shortly after, Misha chimera rings as well. After taking a glance at the balance in his account, Misha closes it for really. Alright, it's in. Take what you want and scram. Stop being an eye square over here. Pocketing given the $2, turn towards the exit of the camp. After leaving the surrogate corpse camp, we will immediately establish a communication with Demetrius and Baka's voice and Project Beers immediately. He says, I was so worried about you. I thought we would see each other soon, but we suddenly lost contact with you. That was so torturous.
連絡がつかないから
We keep being unable to contact you, but you're just anxious. She was about to run off on her own to start a wide area search. That's because I can't live without Big Sis.
分かったから
Knock it off. It's time for a serious discussion.
予定した集落の
Have you two successfully reached the designated settlement?
なんとか順調
Yeah, but not smoothly. Amisha wears an expression of worry, yet she touches her face reactively.
私たちも
Our signal died off on the way here, even though they're specially equipped with signal amplifying receivers before our departure.
でも運が良かった
Our luck was decent, however, and when we weren't attacked by the unknown mechs or ELDs after the last assault, we used a sun's position, wind direction, and initiative to navigate using the static mech, so we didn't get lost on our way.
集落に着いた
The region center, we borrowed the network from the residents. We've been trying to contact you ever since.
へえなかなか様になってきた
Now that's something from you too.
お姉ちゃんに褒められ
I was praised by Big Sis, so happy.
クルカイ隊長の訓練の
It's all thanks to the various types of training their Kuga arranges for us in peacetime.
それに比べて
Now compared to you two, I have
少な誰
a
か
useless doll over here who only can complain in the back seat. Sleeping. It has taken the opportunity to switch to sleep mode at unbelievable speed while they were talking. Watching the unambitious Michiko-less outside.
朝から晩まで寝てばっかり
All she wants is to sleep all day. It's good to let her rest for a bit. Michiko must have been tired after going on such a long journey.
こいつ甘やかす
The
と
more you speak for her, the worse she gets. They're playing a makeshift of clothes under Michi's head, who ultimately allows her to continue her slumber.
美容家
And Baka head immediately to the location I just sent you.
ここの調査隊の様子が
The server here seemed to experience strange difficulties. It might be due to the change in environment conditions and the movement radius around this region.
私とミスティは
I'll remain here with Michi to start an investigation. Got it.
それと
Before I forget, there's something I want you to help investigate. Kukla sends over footage and images she have taken over to your...
これは
What's this?
ロレンの物資補給車らしいけど
They say this is a supply transfer for the URNC, but they signal different from what I've seen before. Additionally, it was followed by a number of armed personnel.
このエリアの異変と何か関係があるんだね
Are you suspicious that are involved in the strange happenings of this region?
今はまだ何とも
Suspicious might be too strong of a word, but it's
ことはない
good to be prepared.
分かった
I see.
見ておくね通信状況をいつ
Maintain a good connection on comms. Tell us if you run into any trouble.
了解
Understood. After ending the communication, Kuka finally has some time to herself. She opens her message and for expect there's no message from a particular person. Understands that she would definitely hear about it if they had met and end, so if they don't respond, they are safe. With this line of thought, Peck pockets her communicator. Huzzah. Dun 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 dun. With Andreas's information, Kuka can confirm that the underground broker's network used by 404 was completely down, so she decided to contact Deer for her arrangement. After communicating in the search of Deer, he unexpectedly bears the pace of organization. The underground broker never completely down. I know, I heard about the signal issue from Andreas as well. What? And what do you plan to do from now, what do you do or plan to do now that you have heard about it? 404 uses a network services provided by the underground breakers when operating in the company. Her responsibility is to develop maintenance, not base repair, station repair. I have no power over the fact that their station or base stations are rarely repaired and maintained. Okay. What? Don't stare at me with such a scary expression. It's really not that I'm too lazy to help. Your mission area is really already pretty close to the red zone for stars, and with a hostile environment combined with low money from very low people in this area, it's natural that the underground brokers can't and don't maintain this place very much. Improve them for repairs. Did that long time ago. They don't understand these people. Tell them this month and they'll reply next. Then it'll take another month to complete their repairs. I'll contact them again to see if they can solve the issue by giving them more money or technical support. But I just want to make things clear. I can't guarantee how long this will take to repair. No one knows how long this will go. It's best if you continue borrowing the server signal if you need it. Stop having continue cooperating with the soldiers and irritates Kuka. As the moment comes, request from Andreas appears in the visual interface. And you can make sure to restore the signal as possible, no matter what method you use. Most of the grammar want me to visit them on their doorstep. Oh, scary. I have other things to take care of. This is for now. Before it switches over to Andrew's command, the sound of gunfire and roars of the yell IDs can be heard through the comms. Here, we've been attacked by a large number of yell IDs. Please assist. Save me, Pig says. As Jeep couldn't crest them all. Acknowledge. Keep moving in the same direction and sync your location with me every now and then. Remember, focus on vision and don't overextend yourself before the reinforcements arrive. Understood. Understood. After confirming their coordinates, Kuka secures the sleeping Michi on the motorbike backseat before hanging the gas. Driving on the open wilds to make me right finally managed to wake Michi up. Who am I? Where am I? Why do you have the seatbelt this way? Shut up and raise your gun. Clear out the LEDs blocking our path. My bad, my bad. I'm just reading through it also. And maybe my pronunciation isn't the greatest. So yeah. I'm also trying to like, what was it? Get through the story or event story in the next hour and a half. So yeah.
なら先にほどいて
Then undo the super for me. I can't move.
だよ
You can still read the letter. Om. 'Who quickly enters and the team needs support. Yeah, well, reading versus reading comprehension are two different things, right? So, well, there's a limit. Oh well. Oh, he's part for like guns on auto anyway. Wrong. What is she doing? That's not good though. You need to be able to read and comprehend what you're reading. Right? Oh, I missed that unit. It's big, sis. That's great. We're here, leader Kuka. Hearing the shouts from the comms channel makes she scratches her head.
別にいいけどさ
It's not a big deal, but could somebody acknowledge my existence for once? Hi, your mommy candidate. Oh my, oh my. To all hide 404 minutes, commence the elimination operation. To eliminate all the attacking ELIDs. Acknowledge. I'll be sure to get it done. Hi. Had to fight them again. Crashed the airplane this time though. Yeah, just play this. I have now the point. Wow.
勢いよく入っちゃ
配置射撃中
She gives out that vibe, I guess.
交代するのが今のうちよ
I don't know if she's like a fan favorite though. Like the chick on the motorcycle is like top tier favorite of
立てれば
most of the people that play this game. Like I think the amount of money they made for her banner covered the initial cost of making this game, on top of the cost to make the sequel of their standalone game that's on Steam. Big success. Like yeah. 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 Right after the last buzz ends the final ELID, Boleka jumps off the boulder and rapidly sprints to where Koki is. Stop. This was my plan. No, my preparation. I have long prepared for this hug of tears and laughter for long-awaited reunion between sisters. Ah, nice.
訓練通りに行動せずに
This is why you do not operate according to how you were trained and instead rushing into a massive EIDs.
違うもん息袋がこう
Yeah. Well, I like using guns. That's probably why when I played Marvel's Rival, I played Punisher for a lot of it because he's just shoot, ask questions later. No, I was just spooked by the EIDs.
でもお姉ちゃんがいてく
Good thing we have Seskuga, and Seskuga is so cool.
打ち漏らした息袋がいないか
Go on patrol with me to see if there's any LEDs we missed. Eh?
拠点に戻されたくなかったら
Go now if you don't want me to send you back to the outpost. Invika reconnected puppy guys that Kuka turns Demetrius was just walked over.
どうなってるの
Why are you so careless?
だけ集まるな
You've disturbed so many LEDs.
無駄な衝突は
Be careful before we set off. I remind you
私たちの目的は
to
ジャイアンツの調査よ
minimize any contact with ELEDs. We were here to investigate permanent and not perform environmental work.
ごめんなさい気を
There weren't so many at first, but Marin shows her data records that she has on hand.
息袋の群れが
Even though we tried our best to adjust our route, these LEDs seem to actually
私たちと同じ方向を
actually be heading in the direction we wanted to go, so it became impossible to avoid them.
どういうことデータを
What? Send me the data.
今送るね
Got it. Well, they have to nerf the gun, right? You don't want like a really OP thing that everybody uses, right? So it has to be limited in some way or fashion. I just came through there, Jacob feels that there's something off, but she doesn't manage to think of any implications.
ひとまずこの件は置いておくとして
Arena, for now, do you have any results from the investigation? Ask you to perform.
ちゃんと調べたよ
Yes, according to the
隊長が見たマークは
according to the gathered info, the signal UFO group belongs to the
マグニセキュリティ
Magnet Security Force, a private company, and a PMC registered within the white zones.
PMC
PMC?
そう
Correct. Their website states that their business scope involves, but isn't limited to, material travel export services,
ホームページには書かれてた
etc., I guess.
およそ2000名
They do a number,
メインエリアとイエロー
they
エリアを守
number around 2,000, and their activities span from green zone to yellow zones.
Z から始まるデータが直近のオーダー記録だけど
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't played like Monster Hunter too much, so I only know like a few other weapons. And starting with the Z in their names are the records of some recent commissions that they're taking on, but this is not conservation due to permission issues. Yeah. I'll continue as the image. So. I have no clue what that word was. Is that their main client? Transaction between them makes up more than 35% of their commissions. Indeed, I noticed that too, which is why I collected some more information about that group. Continue. Got it. Witnessing the affiliation of her initial speculation, Endorius. I forgot how to say her name now. Organizes her thoughts and communities. Schönzmann is a German-French pharmaceutical conglomerate. Part of their business involves working with some URNC departments and agencies. The conglomerate's transportation missions are usually entrusted to the Mingja Security Service. There are a ton of PMCs out there in the world, and there are many way bigger than the Mingja Security. What's certain Farben's reason for choosing them? I believe that the reason would be this. As she spoke, Demetrius sends another sad day to Kuka. The conglomerate is the main shareholder for the Mingja Security Force, or Security Service. Although I have not found an exact contract there, but according to past records of Sintfern, there was once a security department with the same name as Mingja Security Force, headed by the same legal representative of the current company. A security department splitting off to become its own company. No wonder they work so closely. The organizational split happened likely due to tax considerations. It's a pretty common move in the green and white zone. Right? You said that they were working with URNC Research Department. Correct. Mainly on the supply and development of some medicines. Could they really be transplanting medicine? And just contact Leva and see if you can find any relevant transfer orders. Yeah, I've already done that. According to what that Leva has for now, the environments are commissioned by the certain URNC government really did send in requests for higher efficiency medicine in a few days back. But this kind of work does not fall under the jurisdiction of the non-military force mission. So it's hard to know the exact reason why they have not asked the regular force to transport in favor of the PMCs. Yeah. That's all the intel we have for now. Since I only have a relatively superficial judgment to assess to the pre-scanning of the information, I'll later send all what we have to the level 2 for you for their verification later, Kuka. What's going on? The value and accuracy and precision of your short-term intelligence carry has improved significantly compared to before. Your promise has become more rigorous, and you have also been slowly developing your ability to make judgments. Kuho turns her head after noticing Andrea's smile. You pass. I'll make sure I've catch up faster.
合格ってことにしてあげる。
みんなに追いつけたら体調にも
When I catch up to everyone, will your Kuho become happier?
調子に乗らないで。
Don't get too carried away.
はーい
Hi. I thought I had to go at the end the topic of conversation.
美容か？
Here, what can I do for you, big sis? Hearing Kuko's voice and patrolling, Balka rushes back.
あそこの寝ぼすけを叩き起こして。
Wake up the one sleeping on the rock, it's time to move.
オッケー
Alright, off I go. Looks towards the initiates as Balka runs off.
ミスティは私が連れて行くわ。
You and Balka will be the same jeep as like before. I'll be with Mickey.
それと、みん
Other
な
than that, make sure to connect
あんたたちも
this military's line that we borrowed from the server crew in the civilian signal here is too unstable.
わかった
Acknowledge. By the way, leader,
どうしたの？
what?
風速と放射線
The winds and collapse radiation are changing. I'm afraid the collapse zone is about to start up again.
ストームが来るよ
わかったわ。
Yeah, of course.
寄り道せずに集落に戻
Make sure to get back to the settlement as soon as possible. Don't waste time on the road.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
As Hyde 404 reaches the less than a kilometer away from the summit, and Demetrius's voice comes up from level 2. Your capture, we received an SSO signal in the comms request from the unknown party. Seems they're under the same network according to the IP address. Should we answer?
どうする？了解
Yes, transfer the comms request over to me. On accepting the comms from a form, booming mirrors rings out within a sea of noise. This is the 37602 platoon of the 7th Environment Survey Corps of the Neo Survey Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Containment Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I'm First Sergeant Dimitri. Please respond if you hear me. Please respond if you hear me.
何の用？
What's going on? You mentioned shock upon hearing Kuko's voice. Why, you again? I don't care too much about that now. Are you still around? We need backup now.
協力関係は終了。
Our partnership is over. Damn partner, there's no time to talk this crap with you now. There's a beer shirt and Elon the attack of the settlement. We cannot hold it off much longer even with the PMC's help. If you really are adults who can think rather than just follow order following machines, you'll know what to do.
相手の規模は？
How many of them? What's the BRF, REF registration name and name of the Boja? At least 30 level, or 30 level 3 EIMDs. Name of the district, the restriction, name of the Boja. But it's a dangerous level, it is at least a level 4 and above.
了解。
Yes, of course. Clearly, as she cleanly cuts the community, Guha issues the order through the Level 2 to all hide 404. Attention all members of 404 Team 1, prepare for combat and maintain level 2 communications at all time. Keep driving towards your current direction with additional haste. Make sure I will contact the enemy in 1 minute. Endurance and Miracle will provide cover fire from the back. Acknowledge. I'll listen to Big Sis. Eh? What's happening? Are we fighting? Who are we fighting? 不是 What? Mojang? Aren't those super dangerous? Might activate Plan B at any moment. If the need comes, make sure you get ready for it. You're stringing me along. There, I can see the battlefield. When does that need everyone to see the intense gunfire and screaming? Screams that the signal is a fierce opening battle. The armed forces a mix, surrounding a single large engine that fires. The rifle rounds do not seem to do any real damage against its hardened skin. The storm throws up yellow sand, making the small building of the settlement in the distance seem even deep. I don't know, and brittle. Dilapidated and brittle. The Bojan waves its thick and sturdy limbs around, toppling over a heavy jeep with ease. The men in jeep who have no time to escape are buried in eternal sleep in the dangerous wilderness before they can even scream. That Bojan looks a little too furious. We can't beat it, Bojan. We should run. Klukai takes a deep breath, getting ready to press the button. However, she is a little hesitant. Wait, leader, Kocho. What's going on? Going to the battlefield until Michi. And his voiceover again shows the amount and the complexity of the battlefield and for almost overall start to the point of crashing. But line after line of battle until it continues to successfully be transferred to Kofo through level 2. Adequately processing the information for Integrated's Kukla roughly understands what she means. This one have reached a point where regular weapons that won't be able to hurt at all. Even if we press the button to turn on her switch, then she won't be able to damage even with her increased rate of fire and movement speed. And returns to normal once the data transmission is over. Then even more reason to have to go. Doesn't mean we never been able to deal with. Doesn't mean we'll never be able to deal with this big guy. So why don't we just sit there and around that they're about? I brought him to install it for me before we left. The external equipment is in the boot. Are you sure it will work? According to the test records, we can surely try. But to use it, we have to borrow machine power and use about 120 seconds for loading and calibration. Also, the process won't be able to stop once it starts. We only have one chance. Make sure you retreat and find Andres. And the mission should help Andres find a good place to shoot from and ensure that her safety. In the meantime, use your free time to help the front line in limiting the ELIDs. I'll be sure to get it done. How about you? I'll fight it on the front lines. That's too dangerous. They'll need enough firepower to pin down the Bojo. If the front line breaks this LZ, it's all over. Then I'll go with Big Sis. Follow my orders, remember your own mission. But you enter the bridge. Your big sister is super powerful. Don't you remember? I should remember very carefully. I'll come back after all of you if it gets broken. Koen heads towards the battlefield and finds Dimitri, who is currently commanding the battle. Research and primitive priorities containing version. Coordinate off in a circular area with a 50-meter wide radius. As for the ignore them unless they're threatening to break the blockade. I'll find time to take them out. Also send me your regional comms password. You want this and you want that. What's circle thing? That thing seems so thick we can't even kill it if we can circle it. You get it? Shut up if you know you can't beat it. Shut up if you know you can't beat it. But as a firefield to deal some surgery, all you have to do is cooperate. After confirming that she isn't messing around with him, he turns and presses the button on his comms device. All fire turns lock down the barrel in a 50-meter radius. 110 meters from my 5 o'clock stop, targeting the ENVTuber container in a 50-meter radius. I'll target. The target is 100 meters from my 3 o'clock. Get moving. The formation starts moving orderly once that order is received. Dimitri puts down his comms device and squints at Klukai. There's actually you better succeed. Hide 4-4 never goes back on their word. That thing's huge. Looking thing. Really? Why did you do this? OBS. Alright. It looks on the bitter end right now, I think. I want to say, I think. A video. Her being badass. Now it looks like they don't have even the soldiers left to fight it.
フルカイ隊長、あと15秒。13秒。お願い。12、11、10、9。
やつを抑えろ。そう。圧迫が薄いぞ。撃て。撃ちまくれ。
What is that person doing?
5秒前。5、4、3。8秒。
気をつけろ。
Is it dead? No. Is that really? All units prioritize sending the wounded to the garrison camp for treatment. The rest of you clean up the battlefield, count the casualties, and see if any of those machines can be restored to working order. Come on, you internet. Why you do this to me? I'm not even sure why it's, my internet should be good. Well, at least I think it should be good. So yeah. That's about find me the team leader of the PMC. He kicks a broken machine near his feet after silencing his comms. PMC's a goddamn security. Alright. Andreas looked weirdly in the direction of the Bongshan's escape.
アンドリスのあれ、すごい威力だったね。
I think Andreas brought along is way too powerful. Could there be having some sort of hidden prophecy for violence?
ミスティ、ビオカ、
Missy, but you two should head back to the settlement first and wait orders.
アンドリス、
And just go have
原因を調べて
a look at why there was a unaccounted explosion just now. Yeah, a bunch of Surrey corps gathered around the chunk of kind of hook up, but are gone away.
あっちの様子を見てくる。
I'll have to look. The explosion was planned, or it was all planned.
嘘だろ。
No way. Is this what I think it is?
いや、間違いない。
Probably.
さっき
I then informed Sergeant Dimitri you will be here shortly. Going past the shock tower, sees spots of shiny white light shining from beneath the bloody mess. Going at a different angle, realize that the shining is coming from a piece of metal. A piece of metal protrudes from the broken slump. Its surface. I clicked the button. I don't know if it improved anything though. So yeah. And Dogtag. Kuka accepts to come closer for confirmation, but Dmitri, who has rushed over upon hearing the news, picks up immediately. Over upon hearing the news, picks up immediately upon seeing it. All of you get out of the way. Remus swipes the residue off projective and then looks at the words carved on a piece of metal for 2 seconds before keeping it. What are you all doing here surrounding it? Think you have nothing to do? Haul your ass and get your job done. Soldiers whisper, but Kuko remains another bear to do. It was activated from the URNC. I didn't see what's on it clearly. Did it belong to the Great Wall Railway Force? I need a click. Yeah. The bourgeois consumed your people before. No comment. This is not within our mission's jurisdiction. However, after a bit of struggling turns towards her and gives a formal military salute. On behalf of the 7 environmental ministers and the settlement residents, I think. Come on, Internet. You are fine. I don't want to restart my computer. Really. Waiting for the bar to turn green again. Like now. He turns and walks towards Andreas, who is waiting a short distance away after finishing intel gathering. Not far away, the Survey Corps has concluded their post-combat tally. The personnel responsible runs to Dmitri. Reporting, sir, our losses are calculated at 32%. The questioning of marriage security has concluded. They included that the funding vehicle was attacked by LMD before the recent bell, causing the fuel tank to have a small crack in it. There was no opportunity for it, causing it to lose control and explode during the previous battle. Yeah, yes, of course. Help me call the warrant officer. Acknowledge. After a minute of waiting, the comms request is accepted. This is the 3762th Battalion of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the RNC Containment Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I'm First Sergeant Dmitri here to make a routine report. How's progress? After 3 days of travel, we reached the target summit and met with the forward troops medical team. During our march, we completed a primary survey of the region's environment. The specific details will be sent in the form of an email. The samples will be brought back at the end of the mission. Good, continue with the mission. Sir, in my judgment, terminal should be put in the survey mission. Reference needs to be sent. I believe the survey should be only continued when we receive reinforcements. Explain your reasoning. We encountered a journal with at least the threat level 4 at this element, and we've been unable to identify the name or resignation of it. One of the slumps broken off contained a dagger tail from personnel registered as MIA.
ドッグタグが見つかったということは
Since their dog tags are here, they are presumably. Commissioner Felstein but grits his teeth and pushes to complete the sentence. Presumably did.
と思われます
The channel falls into a moment's silence. I'll reply to upper blast and call for reinforcements.
増援を要請しようだが
However, you have to continue on with the mission.
今の我々では
You can deal with the
急の
level
は対抗できません
4 vision with how weak our current forces are. We already have more than 10 of our brothers in our head are never going home again.
残った者だけでは
There's no completing the mission with this low people.
いたずら
You can't be telling me to lead them to their deaths. Knowing that he has lost control of emotion, Demetrius says himself,
申し訳
My apologies, sir.
つまりその
What I mean was, we need stronger support and reinforcements to ensure the mission's completion. Otherwise, the only result away is unwarranted loss.
被るだけです君の心中を察するよディミトリー総長
I understand your feelings, First Sergeant Dimitri.
だが大陸間列車の敷設を遅らせるわけにはいかないルート
But
が
we cannot put a halt to the construction of the international railway in this region. Once the rerouting is confirmed, new plans have to be completed urgently. Every piece of environmental information you gather, every batch of land that you survey, every base station that you establish will have a significant and far-reaching impacts.
任務を続行してくれ
Continue with your mission. This will help facilitate progress when the reinforcements reach you. I'll disperse personnel for your areas for as soon as possible. Yes, sir.
次の報告も
I really await your next report. After any communication, Dimitri notices that the soldiers around him are carrying strange expressions.
怖けりゃ言え
But now, if you are feeling afraid, it is a very normal emotion to feel.
恐怖を感じないや
Those who are afraid of, who are afraid are him, you be a machine.
総長
Sir, that man, the one attacked us. We got into a great.
我々は頂上
If we didn't receive support from the Archman, it would be
兵団中
a rushed in and toppled the entire great railway train.
はブージャムに粉々にされてたはずです
分かってる
I know. Let's out a heavy sigh.
炊事兵に伝えろ
Let's word to the crooks. Break out the goods and cook up something good tonight.
死んだ奴らの遺族への
Family of Farrell will be taken care of the best way possible. Best possible way. I'll apply for them and ensure it.
はい
Okay,
さあ
that's all. Go do what you have to.
総長はどうします
Maybe you could head back with us, sir.
俺は後だ
Later, I'll go again to see if we're missing anything. The storm continues, but dusk is approaching. As the sun paints a deep red over the broken, desolated land, Demetrius squeezes the found dog tags. Despite being isolated by the thick potato suit, he can almost feel the hardness and lifeless cold that belongs only to the metal. For a long time, he simply looked towards the wilderness in front of him without speaking a single word. The wild responds only with the sound of boundless wind. Christian hesitates for a moment and without regard for anything else, he yanks off his protective mask and spits hard on the ground.
最悪の気分だぜ
It's so fucking suffocating.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられたはずなんですけど。
Eliminate 2 enemy units within the first 3 turns. I guess I failed something. Rip. Side 404 is temporarily carrying out an abandoned dwelling of the settlement. Klukai contacts Levy to report on their progress. Nice to see her face again. As this stares at the relaxed but tentative eyes of Levy, they were confident in their clouds wonders of present and to the memories of the past years past. You want to hide your hair just to be guarded. Where are you going? A military academy? Oh, how could that be it? It's just a pleasure to bend and low key, okay? Have a look. 416. Don't I look kind of cool? Klukai remembers how even now the days of 45 sits off a long-term mission at the non-military force administration, pulling her suit straight and somewhat calmly pulling his saggy hair from her that she's not used to. It seems as if she just wants it. It seems as if it would just fly off her head, and the next second, 9 and G11 stands alongside their conscience troubled. We bear and more confident for adults to simply switch to another body, yet members of the 404 stay silent on the matter. After 404 left for a while, 9 was also temporarily hired by Klukai, leaving only 2 members of 404, 2 members at the 404 base. Following a period of trial, the late Dalnoma's 404 took her as squad leader of the squad 404. Although she hasn't got her long cherished wish, the circumstance under which it was achieved was far from satisfying. In the time that followed, Squad 404 underwent personnel expansion and structural assignment adjustment. The once awkward attire graduate became a perfect fit for the doll known as Levy, as if she has always been belonged there. Abnormal ELD symptoms, attacks from unknown faction, and unregistered Mongjang. At first, Klukai felt disturbed and annoyed every time she saw Levy in the suit, but as time went on, Levy proved to her that 45 has never left 404. Of course, her more unsaturated personality traits were simply buried further down. What an exciting mission. Stop it with your lame jokes. Oh my, I was just simply trying to light up your expression. Since we're never called and creating a nice effort, you have much to learn from MJs and the others, dear Lara Klukai. This is no management, they are just slacking off. Everyone looks towards the other 3 members of the team with no pleasure on her face. And having received her new travel kit is fast asleep, and Ryan is maintaining her beloved gun. Hope is holding her computer, watching it intently. There hasn't been any progress on the mission yet they're all so happy. Don't you guys manage to find quite a number of things questionable? Alright, didn't you guys manage to find quite a number of questionable things? It's too slow. It's still too slow. What we found cannot be connected directly permanent. It wouldn't even be as accurate as to say that our mission progress is at 0. Don't be so pessimistic. I did manage to find out a few things for you. Remember how Andrew's counted me about the reinforcements? Went ahead and found a few things on my own. We have results now. Everything points to the intercontinental railway. Indeed, I've also managed to glean some related information from the soldiers. The original plan was to finish construction on this line 3 years ago, but construction work only began around 1 year back. So the environment changes. Since the environmental changes consistently in the yellow zone. The server rotation was not advanced as it is today. They missed out on information requirements to complete the plane construction on time.
見落としがあったの。
A slip up. Correct. GIRLS Soul erosion caused the ground to collapse with a bloom during the construction of a particular section, causing the tirelessly laid tracks to go kaput as well. Since the UNRC's placed great importance on construction of an international railway, the person in charge hid this incident from Heli.
無意味なことを。
That is a fruitless endeavor. Exactly, it was exported about a month ago.
この事故が暴露されたの。責任者の逮捕
Rumors has it that the related department has half of their manager replaced, you know.
それで
And then,
新しい責任者はブレ
and the newly minted manager was put under pressure to work overtime, creating a bunch of different plans overnight, and then dispatching different teams to survey different sections of the planned area. Because environmentalists very careful are already busy with the pre-existing survey missions and could not to deal with a large amount of newfound work soldiers serving in the purification zones near the planned route were second to work as part of the Environmental Survey Corps.
あんたたちが出会った部隊は
Social income must be the ones from the purification zone.
そうね。でもパラデウス
So this is where the connection of with pyramids is in all this.
おやおや
Oh my, why is Kukla thought the process was all so rigid?
あんたこそ
Say it straight and stop being so erotic and ambiguous about,
知ってるわよね最近ここの
you know, I already cool. There's something going on with them now, or their corpse losing contact with some soldiers and having them a severely high number of infections.
当たり前でしょ。
Of course, I know some,
パラデウスとは
but none of this points directly to the action Primaris.
調査隊員の失踪
A number might be behind the survey curves losing contact with some of their soldiers.
もしパラデウスが
What if I told you that the intel system to show the permanence can exchange radiation related experience in the red and yellow zones?
それでも偶然だって
Would you still think everything is a coincidence now?
私の考えなんてどうでもいいわ。
What I think is not wrong. Are you still guessing
結局
stage after all this speculation?
そりゃそうよ
Isn't it no the person responsible for the creation of all these clothes is Kukla after all?
できればもっと
Please hurry up.
ほしいんだけど
あんたね。
You haven't forgotten, have you? The reason we delayed it for so long is because the information you provided in a commission was inconsistent with the situation on the ground and unreliable signal of hide or for right.
あら
Oh my, you didn't lose your temper this time.
バカバカしい。
You didn't bother to waste my time with you. Will brings the topic back on track after thinking for a bit.
アクシデントの連続で
Did the accident occurring that our mission 44 used up more energy and ammunition than expected? Environmental conditions and threat of the unknown force make it difficult to predict the risk level of future threats.
こんな任務続ける必要ある？
Do we really have to continue this mission?
あるでしょうね
Pretty so, Primaris is known to be quite
どんな手がかりが
inclusive, so every piece of intel on them should be investigated and verified as soon as possible.
だからって
Does that mean we should proceed haphazardly?
そう言うだろうと思って
Yes, yes. That's why I've always considered reinforcements. I have even specially dispatched 2 additional teams for support.
ちなみにクルカイも
They're Kuka's old acquaintances, by the way.
知ってる人たち
Acquaintances? I first and then her face darkens.
まさかあの調査隊じゃないわよね。
We can't be talking about the survey corps.
ビンゴ
Bingo.
リバ
Eva,
やはりここは私が
it's best if I explain this. On the other hand, the common pets even turns the camera towards her.
お久しぶりですクルカイさん
It's been a long time, Kuka-san. Yeah.
今回は
I'm so sorry that our Narca and has caused you trouble for you and your team.
申し訳ありません
There's no major loss. There's no need to be so formal. Faced with Caesar value, instead begin to feel uncomfortable.
でも調査隊と手を組むなんて
However,
賢明とは言い難い
however, I still don't feel like the cooperating with the survey corps is a wise decision.
少なくとも信用は
But at least they can be trusted.
こちらにある情報からも
Or then until I head on in, this much is undefinitely true.
なぜそう思うの
Are you sure?
調査隊と合流して
After we met up with them, we were never attacked again by the mechs of an unknown origin.
はいその点
This is where I found my first guess as to where the mechs come from.
情報によれば
I reported that there are other armed groups assisting Primaris, but they also despair of some UNRC survey corps may have been
単純ではありません
as simple as how it looked at present.
パラデウスが新しい教
So
育
Perma found a new collaborator,
そうなります
very likely.
あなた方に
So please investigate this link. It would be best to find some concrete evidence.
確証をつかんでいただきたい調査隊は我々より
Since they are URNC environmental survey crews are ahead of us in the mitigation in this area of land, they have paid a huge price. In days to come, the URNC will need to send more personnel here.
掴んでいる可能性も
If this is where the intercontinental railway passes through, they might obtain or have already presented information that we do not know yet.
安全面や情報
No matter how you look at them from a safety or intel perspective, the best way forward is to work with the survey corps for the moment.
だからって
Will the survey agree to work together, though?
404を信用して
They obviously don't distrust the 404. And since they sent our request for an identical thing for 4 to become their forward aid before the main reinforcements arrive.
404が調査隊を援護できるように関連書類は
The relevant documents should have already been sent to both of your inboxes.
さすが手が早いわ
You sure work fast.
あなた方をサポートす
I want to do my best to provide convenience for you guys.
るカリーナ
Clearly, I suggest you avoid interacting with Leva too much. Everyone could have said, Clarina flashes a cheeky smile from her Griffin days while Leva says,
特別な
right to prevent unexpected complications, keep the matter of investigation primaries secret bearing any special circumstances.
分かってる
Huh.
でリバの
By the way, regarding the other reinforcement teams that Leva mentioned, was there a
使った場所は
has the time and the location of their rendezvous with Hyde 44 been confirmed? How about that? The booming voice of the mariner is heard from the outside the bench just as Leva was about to answer. Hey, that machine or something called Go, come over here.
あっちも通知を受
Looks like Yukari has received the news.
け造園については
I'll keep that in mind for secrets. You'll know when you see them. Are there any kind of gestures for the members of 404 to wait on Samba while she steps out alone?
人形が寝ないから
Those don't sleep
ここ
yet.
でわめいていい
It
のは
doesn't give you the right to make a ruckus around here.
そんなことはどうでもいい
Don't talk that trouble with me.
どうなってやがる
What the hell? Why does the press only request that you join that team?
非軍事勢力
The non-military force commission belongs to the URNC in the first place. It's not strange to send personnel here. And they're in special cases.
同じアルバイト
As for temp workers, are you still unaware of it?
メールは見たのか
Did you read the contents of the email? As Demir starts to taunt her with a smile on his face.
お前ら4人と
You
俺
forgers are applied under the server. We are the employers.
言いたいこと
You should understand what that means, right?
つまり
What?
今後はこっちの命令
You'll listen to yours like good does, doing what we tell you. No troublemaking. Back talking, got it. Loses her face and happily I comprehend the considerable contents of the email. At least they can be trusted. Her narrow clock echoed with Kohon's quote. Kohon managed to suppress her resentment.
契約には従うわ。
We will adhere to the agreement.
面倒ごとに関しては、
As for the causing trouble, perhaps it's best to worry about yourself before you worry about the 404. Remember, we moved out at 6 next morning. Don't be late. Meanwhile, Boost Fear skin routine repair cocoon on the routine report to cocoon on the road.
味方が目標を
According to mission, we should relocated our target.
おめでとう。
Congratulations, you found it after pursuing it so long.
目標の移動速度は
This movement is 40% faster than expected, and there were some errors on estimating the route, causing a delay in recovering efforts. You sure hurry up? Okay. Anyway, my reinforcements have been pretty useful, right? I mean, Vanguard's secondary force.
それで
Have they managed to assassinate the target? If they failed, they should feel bad about the transport commission that I worked so hard to secure through my connections.
まだです。
No.
ロレンの環境調査
The URNC's environment circuit and the 4 does were present
は困難。
and would
あの場所
affect retrieval, so it was let go.
すでに追っ手を手配
However, I have dispatched personnel to pursue it, so they will definitely be able to eliminate the target, run, and retrieve it. I've seen good things truly take time.
すでに追っ手を手配しています。必ずやブージャムを殲滅し、
Bujong.
ものを回収してご覧に入れましょう。
Ties the
全員始末しておく。
retrieval, but be sure to wipe them out if you get the chance, okay?
私の可愛い
My dear
戦場
Lord Team Leader of the Battlefield Cleanup,
かしこまりました。
understood.
基地局の破壊は順調に進んで
Destruction of the base station is proceeding smoothly. Soon they will
敵は
lose all means of communication.
彼らの装備に
Their equipment is rare or in Mungjin's superiority.
マグニセキュリティの武装部隊
Armed forces should be able to wipe them out easily even without my help.
用心するに越した
I'd like to advise caution our current string of problems
今の時
were all due to us underestimating our enemy.
こうなったんでしょ。人間は
Humans are interesting creatures. You are more forced in the corner, and the more training they got.
彼らは強くなる。肝心なところで喉を噛
Be very careful and don't get your throat ripped out by wild dogs backed into a corner, okay?
承知いたしました。
Understand, I will exercise additional caution.
それじゃ切るわ。
Lining up comms, okay? Oh dear, I have to talk to our other little friends.
ダーチャーもブルースフィアみたいにしっかりし
Dang, if she was as reasonable as Bruce here. Completed. Yeah, just do these. These should be easy peasy. I can deploy one wiser too. Oh, they're two different types, I guess. There's only one enemy left.
するなんて
She basically killed them all.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ
Yeah.
平気ですか 千分バンバの勢いよご拝聴横たわれば楽器千分バンバの勢いよご拝聴配置中射撃中降壇するのが今のうちよやれ
Um,
どこを見てるごめんね
I guess they target the turrets first.
千分バンバの勢いよご拝聴研ぎ澄ましてみんなのためにハンデをあげる
Designated area.
?404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ
They're really.
千分バンバの勢い横たわれば楽器立てれば兵器横たわれば楽器立てれば兵器配置完了射撃中降壇するのが今のうちよ逃げられると思う横たわれば楽器立てれば兵器みんなのためにハンデをあげるええごめんね千分バンバの勢いよご拝聴素晴らしい戦術でした指揮官
Completed.
時々の歌を奏でさせていただきます
I just pulling the turrets, but I don't think they're necessary. I don't know. What level are these things now? Oh well.
横たわれば楽器立てれば兵器
She does not do enough damage now.
ターゲット確認。ごめんね。行くわよ。自分バンバの勢いよご拝聴あれ。みんなのために。ハンデを当てる。
That does still do like a good amount of damage.
するなんてね。ごめんね。次あり。ごめんね。自分バンバの勢いよご拝聴あれ。素晴らしい戦術でした。指揮官。勝ち時の歌を。
Last one.
Huh. あーいないわね。
了解。用意。今だ。
配置射撃中。
用意。
よく黙れよザッキー。ごめんね。自分バンバの息。
今だ。
Oh.
ごめんね。
用意。それがしが守る。
みんなのために。私は圧勝よ。
Indeed.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられた。
Cause... Ow. Oh, that doesn't matter. I can just do this one, but I need to do that one again later. I killed it too fast. For that enemies to actually spawn in. Ironically. So. Unlocking stuff. Um. Too bad they don't interact if you click on them. Now what's this? Oh. Let me click on... Oh. Oh, this is daily login things. I probably should click on these. And 2 combat simulations. I haven't touched this, so I probably should. I'm just too lazy, to be honest. I shouldn't blame my laziness though, but I do anyway.
耳を澄まして
I don't actually know who's good. It should be easily cleaned up anyway.
横たわれば楽器立てれば兵器
それがしが守る逃げられると思う
I don't know why she activates her ability, even though
ママの勢いよく
Highway triggers it.
了
みんなのために
ええ 戦場は片付いた皆の者
Dun dun dun.
よくやったな
It's lazy and just text the weakest person. Jeez.
了解よ みんなのために ターゲット確認今よ
I did.
昔みたいに私に感謝するといいわ
I think I did what I needed for that part of the event. I still need more. I have plenty of time to do it, so. A very interesting uniform. Same thing. more later. Where's the other thing it's complaining about? Oh. Complete. Make sure I don't forget that. I have to give her a gift. Luckily I have a bunch of stuff that she actually likes. And anyway, I am going to go to sleep. Let me exit. I am also going to post the poll for the game I'm going to play, my vote game. So let me get to it. Can I vote here for my vote game? After I beat it, of course. Yeah, I'll be going to sleep. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but I know, well, Friday is always a given, and I might stream a bit later, I'm not sure. I don't know, the schedule's going to be like I said, kind of wonky for a bit. Hopefully I sort that thing out. Anyway, good night y'all, until next time, see ya. So, yeah.